Sometimes drugs and alcohol are referred to as social lubricant, meaning that in an awkward situation, they can give us the boost we need to get through it. In the face of something scary, a little liquid courage can make all the difference. Whatever you want to call it, everyone has a vice. Nobody puts themselves into more awkward situations than an actor, and despite their often flawless appearance, deep down they get just as nervous as we do. Here's our look at 10 incredible actors who performed under the influence. Jennifer Lawrence. It's not difficult to understand why actors are apprehensive to appear in sex scenes. Going to bed with someone for the first time is awkward, never mind in front of a room full of cameras. And Jennifer Lawrence discovered this firsthand while filming the upcoming Passengers with Chris Pratt. The actress was guilt-ridden at the thought of fooling around with Pratt, who was a very married man. Even though everyone, including Pratt's wife Anna Faris, understands that it's all fake, Lawrence could not shake the nerves. She admitted to getting really drunk so she could film the sequence. Audiences have long wondered about the ethics of Hollywood relationships. And as always, Lawrence's down-to-earth personality gave us a glimpse into how it's done. Daniel Radcliffe. One well-documented pitfall of being a child actor is that every teenage decision they make happens in front of millions of people. Nobody wants to be remembered for the stupid things they did while growing up, and it can be impossible to learn tough life lessons in private. As Harry Potter, Daniel Radcliffe began his career at an early age. After experiencing success with the first few films, he started to do what every teenager does: party. But his relationship with alcohol got a bit out of hand, and he'd occasionally come into work still drunk from the night before. The actor has acknowledged the experience, saying that his habits at the time were unhealthy, and he's been giving talks about it ever since. Anna Kendrick and Olivia Wilde. 99% of the alcohol you see people drinking on screen is fake. It's replaced with water or juice. As long as it looks the part and the performer can actually drink it, then that's all that matters. But writer and director Joe Swanberg took a different approach while filming his 2013 comedy Drinking Buddies. All of the beers on screen were real. Considering the movie's title and that it's set in a brewery, you can be sure the cast drank more than a few cold ones over the course of filming. Olivia Wilde and Anna Kendrick were especially vocal about their positive experience on set and admit to being more than a little tipsy during a few scenes. Margot Robbie. When Margot Robbie sent in her audition for The Wolf of Wall Street, her managers told her not to get her hopes up. Sure, the character had some nude scenes, but the actress was a relative unknown. Plus, Scorsese does not take casting lightly, so when the actress actually landed the role, she was taken aback. Worried about a sex scene with megastar Leonardo DiCaprio, Robbie turned to the liquid courage. She downed 3 shots of tequila in rapid succession and headed into the shoot with more confidence. Plus, why should Leo's character get to have all the fun? The actress's candidness about the situation was refreshing and reminds us all that even the most beautiful people get nervous. Brad Pitt and Edward Norton. Filming a movie involves long hours, hard work, and lots of manpower. Every production needs the opportunity to blow off steam, but one night while everyone was relaxing, Fight Club director David Fincher kept working. Fans of the movie will recognize the scene where Edward Norton and Brad Pitt are hitting a couple of golf balls around while intoxicated, but they might not know that this part of the movie was never in the screenplay. It was filmed by the director as the two actors were having a drink, or 6 to end the day. They were drunk for real, and repeating the lines Fincher was reciting to them off screen. Everyone loves how it turned out, except for the catering company whose truck was pelted by golf balls. Shia LaBeouf. From Disney Channel star to weird viral video sensation, Shia LaBeouf has had his ups and downs. But some think the self-described method actor went too far while working on 2012's Lawless. The movie tells the story of 3 men who run a distillery during Prohibition and get into some trouble with the law. Because of his method acting, LaBeouf insisted on drinking moonshine in between takes for a more realistic effect. The actor says he never got too rowdy on set, but one of his co-stars says otherwise. When asked about him during interviews, actress Mia Wasikowska handled the whole thing pretty politely, even though it's obvious from her answers that they didn't exactly see eye to eye, and the moonshine might have had something to do with that. Martin Sheen. Apocalypse Now is an incredibly well-known movie, and the intense conditions surrounding its production are also notorious. Crazy weather, mental breakdowns, and delay after delay made it one of the most troubled in history. Usually when things go wrong on set, it's worse for the crew than the actors. But in this case, everyone was in the same boat. After months of living in those conditions, actor Martin Sheen earned himself a drink. A scene taking place in a hotel room shows him breaking down and punching a mirror, and according to director Francis Ford Coppola, it was all real. Sheen was intoxicated the whole scene and really did punch a mirror, which he paid for later with a messed up thumb. Kevin Spacey. American Beauty is a movie about figuring out who you want to be and then being that person. It follows the stories of one family and explores how our connections to each other can erode or evolve over time. Kevin Spacey plays Lester, a man at a crossroads. His performance is powerful, but it didn't start out that way. Director Sam Mendes said in an interview that the key ingredient in getting Spacey to embody Lester was to get him high. The director says that a methodical and calculated approach toward the character just didn't work, and since Spacey is a details man, the only way to bridge the gap was with a joint. The jazz cigarette he and Wes Bentley share is a real one, and the movie is better for it. Jack Nicholson. Easy Rider is an ode to the great American road trip and focuses on two men who take their motorcycles and the audience on an adventure. Since its release in 1969, there's been a myth circulating about one of the film's stars, Jack Nicholson. The legend goes that during filming, he smoked 155 joints, and while the actor denies the number was that high, he admits that he and everyone else were all pretty baked during some portions of the movie. For example, while filming the campfire scene, Nicholson says he started that day trying to act stoned, but ended it very stoned and trying to look sober. Trying to keep it together while under the influence is hard, even for Oscar winners. Carrie Fisher. The 70s were a time when you could throw a party and legitimately have no idea who would show up. The stars partied hard. And when Carrie Fisher was shooting Star Wars, so did she. The actress has talked about working a full day, then partying all night. And one night, the Rolling Stones showed up. As she tells it, Fisher called co-star Harrison Ford to come join the fun, and he was happy to oblige. The two actors spent the night drinking and stumbled into work the next morning. They didn't get any sleep the night before, so they weren't exactly in good condition, but they made it through the shoot and lived to tell the tale. What do you think of our list? Did we miss any other actors who performed under the influence? Tell us about them in the comments below and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one.